Okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming. My name is Jennifer Gunn.
My name is Melissa Balsamello.
And we are from Hudson High School of Learning Technologies in New York City. To give you a little bit of background on our school, we are a New York City public school. We are located in Manhattan. We are unscreened, so we welcome students from all 5 boroughs of New York City. 90% of our students qualify for free or reduced lunch, and we are 88% African American and Latino, and 68% male.
So a problem that we encounter at our school is low levels of literacy or illiteracy. The general expectation is that at the high school level, students are coming in as proficient readers. But if you're a teacher, you know that that's not the case, right? So we have 9th graders arriving to us at 6th, 5th, even 4th grade reading levels, all right? Without any intervention, that's not going to change. So as dedicated educators, we can't accept that.
And when you look at our nation's literacy statistics, it's really staggering. The achievement gap is quite obvious. And so the ability to read has long been a pathway to freedom. And the perpetuation of illiteracy is just sustaining the systemic oppression. And you see that in even the data. So when you look at the recent NAEP data for 12th grade reading assessment, you see that 46% of white students were scoring at or above proficient, but just 17% of African American students and 25% of Latino students. And that's from the 2015 12th grade assessment. They didn't do 12th grade in 2017, but the 2017 8th grade data is almost exactly the same. So the achievement gap is very real, and we see it every day in our classes. And we see it also in a resistance to reading. One of the most common phrases I hear is, "But miss, I don't read." And so we saw that as our students' perception that they don't have a place at the literacy table.
So we naturally looked immediately for a solution to this problem, but another problem is that no materials for adolescents for literacy instruction actually exist. Everything that's available is designed for elementary school age students, right? So those are neither age nor culturally appropriate, and we had to create something on our own.
So we created our own. It's called Right to Read. We called it that because we truly believe this is a social justice issue. This is our student-facing workbook that we use this year. This is our Year 2 curriculum, companion workbook, and it offers age and culturally relevant materials for our students. All of our students use the same book, regardless of what grade level they're on, what reading level they're on. This is a 4-year course that all of our students take, and that we're in Year 2.
So Right to Read is its own class that meets 3 times a week for 45 minutes. Each lesson consists of a 5-minute mini lesson providing a new reading strategy or skill. It follows into 5 to 10 minutes of individual, partner, or small group work time to practice that skill. And then students have 20 to 30 minutes of independent reading time. Students can look at a number of books, figure out what they like, and then apply that new strategy to their personal reading time.
So we created the curriculum in-house, and we provide it to all teachers of Right to Read, but then also all of the content area teachers. So they can pull any of the strategies from the workbook and use it in any class, in a math class, a social studies class, and know that students learn that in Right to Read, so they don't have to spend too much time on it. It's really easy to follow for all of our teachers. It's plug and play for teachers, and really easy to follow for students as well. So even a math teacher who's never taught literacy before is very comfortable teaching Right to Read. And again, it's age appropriate. Our high school students find the content interesting. It's perfectly leveled for them, and it's culturally relevant.
We see Right to Read as our school's effort to ensure that our community experiences equality and empowerment. Therefore, we don't pigeonhole or track students. All classes are mixed grade and mixed ability level, and differentiated materials are provided so that any student can grow in any setting.
Because in the end, we all came to this realization that we teach kids, not subjects. And this issue is so deeply affecting our community for the long term and our nation's kids, obviously. So we all embraced becoming reading teachers. And that was made possible through continuous professional development, community involvement, and the development of this curriculum, which is really user-friendly for both teachers and students. And it also took a whole school commitment. You can't just drop a workbook in and everybody's going to embrace it and learn to read. So it really had to become this movement within our school. And you can see that in every hallway, in every classroom, through some branding. You can see it on the walls, you can see it on our TV screens, in our events that we host all the time. We have Right to Read swag everywhere. We have author events, celebration weeks, awards, and we also have book giveaways, which for some of our students is the first time they've ever owned a book and been able to keep that forever.
So we have the curriculum, we have the branding, we have the swag, but does it work? The data shows that yes, actually it does. We do a common assessment 4 times a year for all students, and it shows that students improve both yearly and cumulatively. So that student coming in 9th grade at a 4th grade level is likely to go up to a 6th grade reading level. And in that time, their lexile level also improves, meaning that they can read higher level texts both in class and for personal enjoyment.
And so what does that really translate to? That means a kid who is coming into 9th grade, reading well below their level, can graduate high school reading on or above their level. That's where we're heading. And that is hopefully one chunk away from the achievement gap at our school. And that means that kids are going to college and career with some literacy skills that they would not have had without this program.
In addition to impacting students, the program has a positive impact on teachers as well. So being that students are learning all of these skills in Right to Read, content teachers do not have to spend time explicitly teaching literacy strategies. Rather, they can be confident that students have already learned them in their Right to Read class and encourage them to apply them to processing high-level content materials in their content-based classes.
So we're looking ahead to year 3 of this program. We've been testing it out for the last 2 years. It's going really, really well. This is the first year we've actually published the book. And so our ultimate goal is to actually publish this book widely and share this with schools around the country and make this accessible to schools in urban environments like ours and rural environments, and make different versions of this that are applicable to different communities. So that is the goal. If you would like to talk to us, we'll be outside for a little bit, and we'd love to show you more about this. And we also have some Right to Read swag, which is always fun. So come on down and see us outside, and thank you so much for your time.